You are now tuned into the second season of Atypical Voices in Our Time with co-hosts Jay Stokes, Koya, and Jay Random.
Okay, this take 12 now. It's take 2.
Welcome to the AVIOT podcast, y'all.
What's AVIOT? Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Jay Stokes of the AVIOT podcast, joined by Koya and Jay Random. We have a special guest in the house tonight. It is Stashia. How are you doing today, Stashia?
Hello.
I am good. I'm so excited to be here. This is like so my thing. So I'm so happy that you guys have me. Thank you.
No,
All right.
listen,
You're welcome.
we're excited for you to, to be here. Thank you so much for taking the time out.
So before we get started, I just want to know, Stashia, just to give the audience a little bit about your background, just like fill them in on what you do.
Sure. I am a licensed clinical social worker. So I have a master's in social work from the University of South Carolina. Go Gamecocks.
Hey, congratulations.
I have, but I don't really care that much about them. I have a bachelor's from Winston State University, HBCU, go Rams.
All right.
So, I actually do care. Well, not. They changed the label, but care management. So basically I assist people when they get out of the psychiatric units to make sure that services are lined up and everything is kind of going well. It's more hands-off, but I also do therapy part-time. So I'm like the regular on the couch, tell me your problems therapist. Because when I say therapist, some people say, oh, are you occupational or what kind of therapist? But no, tell me your problems, that kind of therapist. And I've been in the field for almost 10 years.
Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations to that. And I know right about now you have to be busy due to, all this stuff that's going on in this lovely world, this hot mess.
Yo, that is a good segue into our first topic of the night, because we had a list prepared, but some mess happened yesterday. Yes. I want to know, what are your thoughts on the Capitol riots and all of these Trump supporters, white supremacists, what have you, just coming all over DC saying, hey, we want our rights, breaking into the Capitol building and just making a mess. So, Stashia, how about you start, and then Koya, Jay Random, you can take it after her.
Let's get it.
Okay. Obviously, there are a lot of mental health diagnoses going on.
Yes.
But on a more, surface level, it's just the epitome of white privilege. I don't think anyone was surprised. I mean, surprised in the sense of, okay, so you guys are actually, so you're actually going to do this. That's the only shocking part. The fact that they went in there, one person died, that we know of, it's beyond me. I'm extremely, I would say disgusted, but I've been disgusted for quite some time. That's not really the feeling.
Yeah.
But it's just to me, it just lines right up with everything else that we kind of have been seeing, and it's just more bold and brazen now. They're Neanderthals.
Yeah. No.
Talk about it. I always say it, the Anglos, they move different because they're not real people. Not real people. Got to throw that out there at all times.
Definitely.
Yep.
Coy, your thoughts?
The Ku Klux Klan, they was showing out the people. You know how they get down. It was just, proving our point. We're not crying wolf. This is stuff that we deal with every day, and the way we get treated because of the color of our skin. And they could just go sick in their counterparts, let them in the gate. But shout outs to DC Night Shift for kicking ass last night.
Yes, did y'all see that?
Yeah.
No,
DC Night Shift was not playing.
Yo, DC
playing.
Night Shift was whooping ass and taking names.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
what
good
did
to
they
see.
do?
Oh, just beating people up, being reckless.
Yeah, the riot came out. When the cameras disappeared, or when we went to sleep, it was on.
The night shift. Shout out to the Night Shift.
The Night Shift wasn't playing.
Y'all.
The Night Shift was embarrassed from the day shift.
Yeah, they was like, we're gonna show y'all how to do shit, because clearly we gotta do everything around this motherfucker and be up at night. So let me just do it for you. They
like you know how they were towards the Black Lives Matter protesters in DC that were protesting peacefully? That's how they were at night.
At night. Everybody was asleep.
Yeah.
At least somebody did something, because I'm looking like, so nobody's gonna do like anything? Yeah. I mean, you're not even gonna fake, like, you're not gonna pump fake, like, we gonna get them side. Like,
nah. Exactly.
Just showing us they don't care.
No, they don't care. They don't care. And to answer your question, Jay Stokes, just to piggyback off of everyone, yesterday was just really a prime example of white privilege. It's just to me, it just showed that white people are not scared of cops, and cops let them do what they want to do as long as you're white. And the sense of entitlement was just so brazen. Like, you're gonna, like, basically, you work for me, meaning the government, so I'm gonna come in and I'm going to show you my grievance because I feel like I was wrong. It's like, really? We've been wrong forever.
Right.
We learned how, listen, about it. In 2015, when he won, we were mad, but we went back to work the next day. We didn't protest. We said, oh, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit, but all right, I gotta go back to work.
Oh, well.
Exactly. We're used to the letdown. See, and it's a difference. They ain't used to that letdown. That letdown was like, oh, no.
That's true. But you know what? Mike Jackson said it best. They don't care about us.
Nope.
No, they don't. They don't. And the bad part is, I think yesterday it just showed, like Coy said, it just showed everyone that we're not making this up. They really treat us different. They really treat us different. Jay Stokes and I was saying, when the Million Man March first came years ago, peaceful. I bet you they had nothing but cops out there. I don't understand how you can have so many people listening to President Trump talk again and again about how he was wrong. And the key words, it was key words he said. There, we can't let this happen to us. We are going to go down. But as soon as he said we are going to go down and I guess protest, you see, he took a beeline and went back to the White House. Those fools are marching like, I know he's in the front. Yeah. I know he's in the front. He's in the front. He ain't in the front.
So he don't care about them. He don't care about them either. He showed them that.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. They're not smart though, so I don't think they get it.
He doesn't.
And the sad part about it are the ones that go the hardest are the most impoverished. Like they're the ones who go the hardest. Like,
yes.
He probably cares a little more about middle class black than he does the poor white trash, but he knows how to rile them up. He knows he's just the puppet master.
Yeah. So and it's funny because I really think, like I was telling Jay Stokes, I really think once he realized this went too far, he was like, oh shit.
Damn.
He had an oh shit moment. He really had an oh shit moment, especially when everybody kept on pointing back to him. Like even the Republicans was like, you did it. Oh shit. The Democrats, you did it. The news, everybody's pointing to the fact you started this. And he's like, oh shit. Oh shit. So now he's like, okay, I'm going to have a peaceful transition. Oh, now you have a peaceful transition? Bro, we don't want your peaceful transition. And to all the Republicans that were acting like, oh, you know what? He's wrong. We don't want to hear it because 3 years ago, 3 years and up to maybe Monday, they were on his side.
Agreed.
So we don't want to hear it. Like, listen, man, we got 13 days left. I got my popcorn ready. I know some shit's about to go down.
Hey, I have
shout out to the night shift. Just do it again, guys.
Did you guys watch? And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to take over the show, but I have a question.
No, you the guest. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Get it. Have any of you guys watched the Netflix Death of 2020?
No. Is it good?
I did somewhat.
If you like dry humor, I love dry humor. It's spot on. Yeah. It's spot on. It makes a mockery of everything, and it just makes it really puts into perspective how foolish we look as a nation, and especially to other countries.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really good just to watch. Like it's good to watch. I would recommend watching it if you want to kind of look back at the year and have a different kind of dry humor kind of perspective to it, but extremely accurate.
We know that's a good segue that you say how we look
to other countries.
To other countries. Because now if you take a look at it, you see how all these other countries, they're basically just doing what we do to them when an outbreak happens. I'm sorry, not an outbreak, like a riot happens. They're basically now telling their citizens to be careful, stay away from the stay away from the for the drama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I find it to be funny that all this is happening. Yeah. No. Yeah. They couldn't wait. They couldn't wait for this to happen.
Oh, yeah. They're waiting for their day. And I just have to chime in for a minute because I got something to say today. I have a bone to pick with two people. Former President Barack Obama and the new president-elect coming into power, Joe Biden. First off, President Barack Obama, he issued a statement on Twitter. Never have I seen him once say thugs. He didn't say looters. He didn't say anything negative about these people. He just said, oh, yeah, they're Trump supporters. Because when the people were protesting in Baltimore over the death of Freddie Gray, what did he call them? Thugs. And what did they look like? Brown, black. Okay? So why isn't he using that same speech with these folk? And then I'm going to get on Joe Biden after y'all answer that question.
Because of what?
Energy isn't matching. So basically, he treating the white people as though they're not thugs when they were wilding out, even when we were.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want y'all to address that before I get on Joe Biden.
So, Stage, you can go first because Jay Stokes, we could be here all day because Jay Stokes, we always go back and forth with this. He's only got 2 words and my joint is going to be over. So anybody can go first.
I've listened to the podcast, so I've seen or heard the banter. But I'm not surprised. And I say that because he's a politician at the end of the day. I mean, he has his own ass to save. So I am not at all surprised that he's politically correct. It's unfortunate, but it's just like I would compare it in the likeness of a pastor. We put a pastor on a high pedestal, but he's human. So if he cheats and messes up, we're like, hey, we can't put too much faith in a person. So even though we have put Barack Obama as our great black hope, he, at the end of the day, is still a politician. So I am not surprised at that. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. But surprised, again, I am not.
Yeah.
To me, he straddles the fence.
Yeah.
On that. Like, sometimes he be on that Uncle Tom type time.
Yeah.
But he's our great black hope. So we just kind of keep it quiet. I'll leave it right there.
Yeah. Well, for me, I look at it like, we already know what they are. I mean, you can call them thugs, but I think it's more powerful if you call them Trump supporters.
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Okay. Can I finish? I'll tell you why. Which is okay. So listen. So the money. I'm sorry. So the water won't get muddy, right? Okay, look at it like this. You call them thugs. You call them terrorists, right? Eventually, down the line, they may forget who the hell they're talking about. But if you stick to Trump supporters, 5 years down the line, people are going to read that tweet and it's always going to say Trump supporters. Because they were Trump supporters first. I'm sorry, say that again.
Right.
They were Trump supporters first. They are Trump supporters. Keep that in mind. You know how tweets always come back later on. You don't want tweets to come back 10 years and somebody switches it and say, Rock's talking about the black people when he was saying the thugs. You know why? Because remember back in 2000 XYZ, he said thugs. No. You got to use your words wisely. Words are powerful.
Are Trump supporters not synonymous with thugs at this point?
No, they are. But no, they are. They are. But guess what? If you keep on saying Trump supporter.
No, that's a good point though. And I'm just saying, like, to your point.
Yeah.
When you say Trump supporters, I think people automatically it's synonymous. Yeah. It's like we already know what that looks like. Like even if we hear a black person being a Trump supporter, the first thing we're going to think is Uncle Tom.
Yep.
There's so many traits that come with that whole Trump supporter title that you don't have to layers.
Yeah. Right. So that's why that's why I'm looking at it like words are powerful and he wants to bring it home. Forget about what they did because we already know what they did. Who did it? Trump supporters. Trump supporters. Trump supporters.
You know what? I understand.
Look. He want to argue.
But just wait.
I think I did a good job. Thank you, guys.
I ain't with it. This is why. I feel like people give Trump too much power. Remember, they voted Trump. He does
have a lot of power,
They voted Trump into office. So what were they before Trump came in office? Were they Trump supporters before he came in office? They were always here. Those same people that are storming.
They were Republicans. They were Republicans.
Okay.
It's just different.
They were still here. Even after Trump leaves, I just don't like him being the scapegoat of everything. Like, I call it what it is. They're white supremacists. Trump is a white supremacist too. They're white supremacists. So I just don't like I understand what you mean with the Trump supporter, but I feel like we get lost and we keep giving him all of the blame. Oh, this happened is because of Trump. So what happens? Because they still going to turn up after Trump is gone. Yeah, so we still going to say Trump supporters?
Then. No. Now we're going to say Proud Boys, Trump supporters, AKA.
Yeah, I saw that. Proud Boys.
So
Because Proud Boys are associated with Trump supporters. They blend
I got
in.
the memo last night.
So then what about
Night Shit versus the Proud Boys? I'm like, well, who's that?
See, there you go.
Going down.
Trump supporters.
Okay.
So what about the KKK? Because the KKK, David Duke supported Trump. So you're going to call him a Trump supporter too? Because they were around beforehand.
He
But
was
they were
a
around
Trump supporter.
But they were around beforehand.
Yeah. But
So you're saying that you think that using the terminology, what was the word? Thug and all of that. You're saying that should have been the appropriate vernacular or the thing to say in that sentence as opposed to Trump supporter. Or what word would you have put in that blank?
I would have said white supremacists. I would have said white supremacists, white supremacists.
He can't say that.
Why can't he say that? Why can't he say that? Wasn't Barack like the first? But wasn't he the
politician?
But I thought he's the first president. I thought he's the first president. He's the first president to say the N-word. He was the first president to publicly say the N-word.
Okay, but listen, he can't prove it.
Correct? No, am I wrong? Am I wrong about that?
No, you're right.
He said the N-word.
You're right, but he can't prove it. He can't prove that. He can't prove they're white supremacists.
You can't prove they're white supremacists. Were they walking around with the Confederate flag?
Listen.
You can't prove they're white supremacists?
Listen, did any black people get harmed? No, we were at home.
That's correct.
They're walking around. They're walking around with the.
But they weren't looking for us.
What?
They weren't looking for us at the time. So listen. We got the green light. They weren't looking for us. We were blending in.
Listen, it don't take nothing for people to put something on us. It don't take. Black Lives Matter at this point.
Stronger.
Remember, at one point in time, even today, I think Black Lives Matter is an epithet. It's seen as an epithet now.
It is.
So
it is.
My thing is, it doesn't take anything for people to put a label on us. So what is the problem? Like, has Barack even ever said white supremacy? Has he ever even said that?
I don't know. I don't follow him, man. So, once he left the house, I treat him like everybody else. Leave the house outside of mine.
I don't think
he might have, but it's like
that. He's not Bernie Sanders. He's not a rapper.
Your boy.
Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. Bernie
Stasia,
wants to tear this bitch down. But you heard Bernie today?
I'm indifferent when it comes to Bernie. I think they're all crooked.
Oh,
and
yes.
So to me, it's like picking the best of the worst,
He's the best of the worst.
That's just all it is. But
Bernie's
I mean,
the best of the worst.
But Bernie has a lot of fire in him, so I can understand why he's a likable person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're asking a lot of Barack Obama to use the appropriate adjective that would suffice. I do because
I agree.
No, let me say why. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I'm just saying our expectations would be unrealistic to expect him to say anything else other than what's PC. That's what he should go for it. He should, but he's not a revolutionary. He's Barack Obama. That's how he got voted. If he was a revolutionary, he would have never been president.
You're right. Sorry, Stage. I was quick to jump because he always wagging the finger.
I like smoke, Jay. I like smoke.
He always wagging the finger at black folk. Always wagging his finger, talking about black men, y'all need to do this, and black people, y'all need to da-da-da. And then even Michelle was getting on us, talking about the young people aren't
so Jay Stokes,
big
let
on
me ask you a
voting and
question.
stuff like. Right, what's up?
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Because in all due respect, there's a lot of stuff we have to do, black people. So is it the problem that they doing it out in public? Because at the end of the day,
who is
they meaning Barack and Michelle. At the end of the day, you think about it. Just think about Chicago. Chicago got to get it together. Who's killing who in Chicago?
But how are they getting the guns? Because black people don't make guns.
Okay, but let's challenge.
How are they getting the drugs? Because black people don't be making drugs and trafficking. Well, you got the whole.
I was about to say that now.
Yeah,
Come
you got
on,
the whole
man.
crack thing.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? Look,
and meth seems
we might traffic. We might cook a little crack.
We might cook a little crack, but yeah.
Yeah. So I understand what you're saying. So is the problem that they're doing it in front of everyone? Because reality,
that's the problem. That is the problem. My thing is, what did they have to lose? He already served his presidency, right? And in fact, I think he's almost hurting his legacy now by putting out that book and talking about how he was mad that people were upset that Trump got in office. I forget it was he was mad. Was it Bush or Trump? He was saying something about he was mad with some Republican candidate. The people were upset with them, and he was mad that people were upset with the Republican candidate. Something like that. But I feel like with his new book, he's actually doing more harm to his legacy than good, because he's actually exposing more of who he is. Especially like, why are you releasing a book when it's Joe Biden's time to shine? That sounds a little narcissistic to me. It seems a little narcissistic.
He probably need the money. So anyway, right? So I'm just so,
No,
but you know what though? But you know what? But I understand what you're saying. But I think when it's all said and done, using Trump supporter is more of a powerful keyword. It's a keyword, you know? So, and real quick, and just to segue into the next topic about Jacob Blake, the verdict. You see how we got the verdict, right? And we didn't riot, right? As they always think that's what we do when we don't get shit our way. So prime example of when things don't go our way, we like, I'm not surprised.
We're used to it.
Yeah,
It's
we're not
sad, but
surprised.
it's true.
Yeah, so
and everything else since we walked off that boat.
Okay. Was pulled
walked
and
off.
drug
I'm about to say, pulled off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pulled off,
Beat off.
shackles. Yeah, all types of things.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Not voluntary. That's
Exactly. And I think hearing this verdict and the way we responded is a prime example of how it should be. As far as, you know, when shit doesn't go our way, we're okay with it to the point because it's not going to stop our time. And it's not going to stop what we're doing. You know,
And for the
it's
listeners
like,
out there,
Yes.
the people that shot Jacob Blake, they found them all not guilty. Just so
all
everybody
not
knows.
guilty.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case you live underneath a rock. Sorry about that. I thought if I mentioned names, shoot, I'll be Googling. Who the hell is so,
Right.
But yeah, so I think that's just another prime example of how we handle things. And another thing that happened, and I know a lot of you, well, Jay Stokes probably don't care, is how this was, I think the Georgia election, no, I'm not thinking.
What do you mean I don't care? Yeah, the Democrats.
Can I finish?
Okay, my bad.
The Georgia
my
election
bad.
was overshadowed by this shit show yesterday. Because if you think about it, they had two.
Was that right? Was this planned? Was everything yesterday? That was planned,
Listen.
I think so.
Yo,
You think so?
They were texting and emailing each other.
Yeah.
How everybody get the day off?
Listen,
like
the kids do it. The kids do it. Remember last year in Connecticut, all the kids
People came
text
from, like,
the day
Tennessee
after.
and stuff.
Yeah, for Christmas. Do you remember the day after Christmas? They all went to the mall and started fighting.
Really?
Yeah. Y'all don't remember that? Trump mall closed down. Milford Mall. Yeah. Yes. It was the day after Christmas.
Well, see, your son is a
It was
little
like
older,
five. It was
so
like
that
5
might have
malls
been
that had to
the
shut
high
down.
school tea. Chanel just got to high school, so
Okay.
I kind of missed that tea. But yeah, I was just like, that's a lot of people, you know, like this had to be organized because there's no way people came from all over the place and said, let's go tear shit up. Like, I thought about this.
And that leads to my point about Joe Biden.
Wow.
Remember, Joe Biden on
That's his
Twitter
boy.
talking about this was a small group, talking about, oh, this is a small number of extremists. Oh, this is not our.
really?
Basically,
Yeah, you
what
want
he
me to read
said
the
is
tweet?
there's more.
You want me to read the tweet?
No.
hold up.
But you know what?
Let me
He has
read
a
it.
point. He has a point.
What?
It is a small number.
It is
It's a lot
small.
more.
70 million people voted for him. It
Well,
wasn't 70
that is
million
true.
in DC.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's true.
let me
In the
read this
big scheme
tweet.
of things, percentage-wise, it's
Percentage
small.
wild. Yes,
That's what I
it was
first took
minute.
it as. Nothing
Very,
more.
very, very
Sleepy
small.
Joe.
That's very true.
Sleepy Joe, y'all, we got to bear with him. You know,
I know. But Joe, for the first time I listened to him yesterday.
Jer is on fire.
First time. And I was
You gotta
upset.
go put him out.
Jay Stokes.
No,
he
I'm
meant
gonna read
little
this
as in
tweet for
percentage.
Stasia. No, I'm reading this tweet for Stasia. He said,
Okay.
let
Yeah, I
me
want to
be,
hear it.
he said, let me be very clear.
Yes.
The scenes of chaos at the Capitol do not represent who we are. What we are seeing is a small number of extremists dedicated to lawlessness. This is not dissent, it's disorder. It borders on sedition, and that must end now.
Yes, I agree with everything he said. That's
No.
a small percentage.
No.
Yo, it
Ain't
wasn't
no-
70 million.
No.
It wasn't 70 million breaking shit down.
It has to be that? Really?
No, what he's
It
saying
don't have
is
to be
what
that,
he-
but
yeah.
it wasn't like every extremist said we out. That would have been a lot
exactly.
of people. They would have tore the whole DC up.
Let
You know
this
what I'm saying?
let this have
Small
been
group.
let this have been Black Lives, people who are
It was a
affiliated
huge
with Black
crowd.
Lives. It was a large organization,
Yeah, that's
all
a
Black
fact.
people.
That's a fact.
You know, they
Listen,
gotta put
well,
gas on everything.
listen.
To touch. You know that.
Listen, I mean, hey, you know, I don't know what to say. Only thing I want to say is he's right. That, you know, percentage wise, that was very small. Percentage
I'm
wise.
with you.
Yeah.
Percentage
Exactly.
It's a
I'm not
numbers
gonna read
game,
too
right?
much into what Joe's saying because I don't think Joe's even coherent
They
when that was
know
written.
tweets.
So,
Oh, guys, don't
Yo.
forget it.
and this, you know what? And the segue into speech writers, Jay Stokes loves to talk about the vice president. Jay Stokes, you want to bring it up? Come on, bring it up about her plagiarizing.
Favorite person.
Yes, go Jay Stokes.
Okay, so Kamala, she wanted Freedom was trending on Twitter. Freedom. Freedom. FWEEDOM. Freedom. And I gotta look up the actual story.
Damn.
Because
what did she do?
So basically, go ahead, Stacey. You know the story?
I read it, and I think it was something like basically they were trying to say she stole MLK, Martin Luther King Jr.'s story about her being a little kid, and they asked her what she wanted, and she said freedom. And
yes. I just rolled my eyes. I didn't even get it. I was like,
I don't pay no mind. I'm sorry. Yo, listen.
That's the problem.
She just became black. Is that sexist?
No. What I mean by I'm paying no mind.
Get on random. Yeah, that's right.
Please,
get on.
Please.
Yep,
So
it's
I'm
sexist. That's right.
I'm gonna clarify
Sexism.
that.
Yep, that's right.
I don't pay Biden any mind, and I don't pay the vice president any mind, only because 9 out of 10 before that speech is over, they're gonna put their foot in their mouth. So I try not to even wait.
That's true.
So that's why I say I pay him no mind.
You remember all the smoke Melania got for plagiarizing Michelle Obama?
Yes. And yes, and this is what I told Jay Stokes. At the end of the day, the vice president just needs to fire her writer. She should just fire her writer.
Wait a second.
That's the same thing. Huh?
She should be ashamed. That's
no, she should. Freedom is kind of bad, especially if she never said it. But fire your writer, because you can blame it on the writer for right about now. And the same thing with Melania. Just fire your writers, man. We know they're not writing this.
She could have had a college intern just make up a story.
Nah, Kamala doing
anything.
Kamala doing the most. Talking about she celebrated Kwanzaa with her family for years. I said, what? Kwanzaa was invented like the year after you were born. What are you talking about?
What did she listen to Pac and them?
Huh? Oh yeah, she was listening to Phife Dawg. She said, "Yeah, Phife Dawg. Phife Dawg been dead for years." Talking about Phife Dawg.
Yeah.
What?
Well, she might have. She used to date what's his name?
Montrell Jordan.
Yes, the TV host, Montel Jordan.
Montel Jordan. Yeah.
Williams.
Montel Williams.
Oh,
wait, Williams?
Yeah. Jordan is This Is How We Do It?
Yeah. Okay. Jordan, this is how we do it. Y'all getting a random moment. Y'all getting a random moment.
Yeah, okay. So the bald-headed one, that's what she's today. So she might, maybe.
No, Kamala want to be down. Kamala
she want to be down.
She just wants to be down. I feel like she was just the front runner. Like I'm not, and I can't even say I'm a feminist. That's a whole nother soapbox. Mm-hmm. But I'm fair. I'm logical. So I feel as though I don't know much. I don't really follow politics like that. But what I do know is that just from how she presents, I mean, I still feel like she's still trying to, even though she doesn't need the black vote, she's still trying to get the black approval or something. And it's just like, girl.
Yeah.
Girl, you already made it, girl.
Yeah. I know. Stop it.
Right.
It.
Yeah, just the vote already.
Yeah.
The nonsense. Go back to ignoring us like you was before.
Exactly.
And now for a quick commercial break.
Hey guys, as you can hear, we are unapologetic in our opinions. We may be politically incorrect or possibly wrong, but don't knock us for being ourselves and saying what many are too afraid to admit out loud. Anyways, if you have any thoughts or questions about our show, email us at chemistryproductions@gmail.com. That's K3mistry Productions@gmail.com. We'll be sure to address whatever you have to say.
So in case you haven't heard the news, it seems like DaBaby and Tory Lanez are going to be doing a collab together. And that has sparked some criticism and some talks on the internet. So I wanted to know y'all thoughts, knowing that Tory Lanez allegedly shot Meg Thee Stallion and DaBaby and Meg is supposed to be cool.
Oh, okay. That's the controversy. There you go.
Oh, okay, they're supposed to be friends. Okay, well, everything is, some things are just business, a lot of things are not personal. He might not be best friends with Tory Lanez, but like DaBaby's not that hot. So it's best for him to get on where he could get on for right now before people get tired of him. Because you already know when they say he was going to retire, everybody said do it today.
Damn. Yes.
So yeah.
You didn't hear that station?
Whatever check he could get. And that's pretty much it. Like, everything is not personal. Some things are business. And that's it. It's about a bag. That's all. And DaBaby hits people. So you think he give a damn about him shooting somebody? DaBaby hit people all the time. So like-minded people.
No, that's true.
Stacey, you got any comments on this?
Yeah, I think I agree with Shakoya. I think it's business. It's not personal. Because let's be honest, Meg and the baby ain't best friends. No. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not. They're probably industry cool. They have a song together, and if sometimes controversy builds numbers. It builds money. So also, if they come out with this song, and let's be honest, a lot of people are going to listen just because of the controversy behind it, which brings in dollars. Mm-hmm. So, to Shakoya's point, I think it's a money move. I don't think anybody should be offended. I do believe, Tory, he allegedly shot her, but I'm going to roll with that he did. But that's neither here nor there. But again, it goes as far as, the R. Kellys and the Fabs and all the people who do these things, and they still, and they still cousin out of it. I'm just saying, they do all these things, and it doesn't, like, if people are still entertained, it don't stop the bad.
No, you got a point. For me, it's not really that too concerning for me because I don't even care. Don't care. Like, nah, I don't care. I think the baby should retire already. I think Tory Lanez should just take several seats. I mean, the baby, but I'm not even gonna lie, because TikTok, right? So I follow TikTok once in the blue, and I keep on seeing this Meg challenge, and you know why I watch it? Only because it's females shaking their butts. Sorry. Terrible. But it made me listen to the song, and the song is so off the chain. I'm like, how is this song even, like, is anybody listening to what the hell the baby's saying? The man always sound the same on every track. No,
he does.
He can't catch the beat. Even seriously, even somebody put it in his hand, he couldn't catch it. He's all over the place. So if you think about it, we don't even need to hear it. We already know what it's going to sound like. It's going to be Tory. See, the problem is we don't know if Tory's going to be singing or rapping. That's the problem with Tory. You never know what you're going to get with
He's
Tory.
Most likely going to rap.
So if he's going to be rapping, he's going to be sounding all hard. And she realizes he's only like 4'11". What is he? 4'11", 5'2"?
Yeah.
Not like 5, yeah.
5'3".
With a bad hairline.
Same height as sitting down. I thought that was so funny.
That's what I'm saying.
He stood up and he was the same exact height he was when he was.
I hate the internet.
Yeah, the internet don't let nobody be great.
No, they don't. They don't. So, I mean, personally, hey, when's the song coming out?
I don't know.
This Friday. Gotta be this Friday. Gotta be this Friday.
Well, it's kind of too hot right now for the song to come out. So if it was, they're probably gonna push it back because.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody playing no music now. Ain't nobody playing no music now. Thanks to the crew from yesterday.
Yeah, the Ku Klux Klan. But just some background information. I think from what Meg had said, she tweeted about it. She said they recorded it before the incident happened. So this is an old track. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I guess she clearing it up. Cool.
But still,
she don't care. She's an industry girl. She be in everybody's face trying to be friends.
That's true.
Yeah. She ain't loyal.
No.
Yeah, a check is a check.
Check is a check. But I will say this, and I said it on like a show in the past, or not, but I maybe thought about it. Listen, a hot girl or a city girl is the female version of an F-boy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I might be able to get with that. I think I might agree with that.
Think about how they act. Yeah.
So you telling me that
I would be inclined to agree with that.
So Coy, so that means that Jay Stokes is talking about his girl Carisha.
No. John Tavius and Carisha, leave him out of this, okay?
Oh, he's biased. He's biased.
Yes, John Tavius and Carisha.
He does too, so they get a pass.
They get a pass from everything. All the ratchet shit.
They're named the city girls.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They're misguided. They're misguided. That's all.
Misguided.
They love to just make excuses and
that's a fact.
Yeah.
You know, once them tweets came out, she almost broke my heart. But you know, we had to mend that relationship. So we okay.
Okay.
With her grammar and her like how she was what she was saying or how she was saying it.
Well, she was talking about dark-skinned women, and that hurt me because I'm a big fan of dark-skinned women. So you know that hurt me. And plus, she's a little darker skinned herself, so I felt like it was.
And quite funny looking.
I think she's cute. She got her skin exfoliated, y'all, so she borderline like thinking she light. But once again, it goes.
Oh, she got the Charlemagne.
Yeah, she hit them with the Charlemagne. Okay, that deep exfoliation. Yes. It's about preference though. All she said was she like them brown, but not too crispy.
Right.
Why does dark gotta be synonymous with crispy though? That's my question.
You know why? Think
That's
about
how
it.
Black people been trained already. Okay,
Yeah.
they came over here. We fucked up. Just deal with it. You gotta deal with some stuff.
I ain't gonna deal with that.
Why not?
You're not accepting.
We think about crispy. We think about crispy. We burn
You
something.
be
The shit
fighting
is
all your
crispy.
life.
Like
Listen,
bacon is crispy, right?
Listen,
when you burn it, right?
Listen. 10 times out of 10, 9 to 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna have some chocolate daughters. Okay, so
9 or 10.
People,
you said 10 out of 10?
No, because you know how Black people like we have kids. They be
wanna
light,
make sure.
won't be light, won't be dark. They be all over the spectrum. So that's what I said.
Jay Stokes gonna have an albino baby then.
Oh no!
I hope not. I'm being so hurt
because he want a chocolate one so bad.
What's wrong with albino?
No, because he want a chocolate one so bad.
Let him tell it. Because they brown. Flat out. That's what it comes down to.
That's a story for another
He's borderline
day.
a colorist, but it's like
I am not a colorist.
Well,
I am not a colorist. No,
okay,
no.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yes.
Okay, so I know I'm
he
not trying to go
prefers
too far.
dark skin.
But and there's
anything.
nothing wrong with that, but like I feel like
Me too.
we get too caught up in color too, and I say that because like I am a lighter skinned woman. I actually have a tan, so I'm feeling myself. This is a tan, y'all. This is a tan.
Oh,
But-
really?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Come on, you
I'm
see
like-
my eyebrow
I'm looking
raised
like,
for a minute. I
what?
was like, huh?
Wait a minute.
I was like,
What
huh?
color is that again?
You said, let us go. I said, huh?
I got a tan, but
Okay.
but I prefer dark skinned men. But I feel like it's more socially acceptable for a woman to say I want a dark skinned man. But if a Black man says he prefers a lighter woman, I think people can be very sensitive about that. I don't think there's an issue with your preference. I think there's an issue when you ostracize one or the other. Like I would prefer to date a darker guy, but I don't know. Maybe I would be with the lighter guy. I don't know, but there's nothing wrong with preference. I think the issue is the ostracization, if that's even a word.
That's true.
I agree.
When you look at darker as negative, and you're like Too Short. Like, did you see that interview with Too Short and Saweetie? Like he was talking about
Sweetie, man. It's not so Saweetie. It's Sweetie.
It is Saweetie.
It's Saweetie.
It's
Saweetie. What the hell? Jack always say it funny.
Anyways, he talking about he prefers mixed women, and when like a dark ugly person and a white ugly person, like a black ugly person, a white ugly person have a kid together, all their kids turn out beautiful. I'm like, nah, because I seen a lot of funny looking mix,
man.
So you see that?
Though.
No,
that's ignorance.
It is ignorance.
And
the thing is, when we look at preferences, we have to look, are we preferring light because that's been marketed to us? Or are we preferring light? You know what I mean? I feel like when you prefer dark, you're preferring the original person, the original man or the original woman.
Ancestors.
Yes, closer to your ancestry. As a Black person, if you prefer a darker, I don't see any negative in that. You're preferring the original. If a white person prefers a white person, or someone outside the Black race prefers white, I don't care. You don't got anything to do with me. Like, yeah, whatever, bye. But when it's my own, you know what I mean? When it's my own, I don't think that's a problem. Like me personally, as long as I'm with a Black woman, I don't care if she light skin or dark skin, as long as she's Black, it doesn't bother me. I'm saying
now, that sounds different than what you said earlier.
No,
so
I say I prefer darker because to me that's closer to God. That's just my take. But
so is God crispy? I'm just playing. Continue. You know I had to say something.
He gonna get you later for that. It was funny though.
So that's me, because the original person was darker than all of us on this podcast.
But is that not superior for you to think that you're doing the right thing because you like a darker person? It's, to me, it's like, it's cyclical. It's like, okay, so you like a dark person because you feel like that's closer to God, but it's, to me, it can sound the same as someone saying they want a lighter skinned person. It's the same argument, just different ends of the spectrum from my perspective.
Yes and no. This is why I say yes and no. I say yes, I understand how that sounds. No, because we have to take history into context here. I'm coming at it from a spiritual perspective. A lot of times when people say they want light or white, they're coming at it from colonization. They're coming at it from years.
But how do we know that? How do we know if it's colonization or not? Like, how do we know that? Like, nobody taught me to be attracted to dark-skinned men, but I am. But is it because I see my mom date dark-skinned guys?
Possibly.
Like, how do we really know?
Well, I will say there is a large percentage of people that conform to Eurocentric beauty standards. And that's because of images we see on TV. Every time you see the most beautiful person in the world, the most beautiful man or woman in the world on like People magazine or whatever, it's always a white person. So it's like they always tell you this is the best. So
Michael B. Jordan.
It just won one time.
They did that to cover their asses this year, Shakoria. They did that to cover their asses this year.
He just won because he's British.
What about Michael B. Jordan?
Because he's British.
He's from Jersey.
Who?
Michael B. Jordan.
He won 1 year?
Yeah, this year,
I thought. Yeah.
Man, he won because of all the protests. That's why he won.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That wasn't genuine.
This won because of what?
Huh?
Oh, really?
Because of the time. I think so.
He was fine. I said, okay, I'll take it.
Wait, are you talking about Idris or Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh,
Michael B.
I say
Jordan.
Idris because I think Idris because he's British. Don't get me wrong. I understand. People might think like his demeanor. I can understand how he carries himself. People think he's attractive, but I really think because he's British. And
I don't understand what that means.
And when Denzel won, because
is a cherry on top.
Yeah. People love that that thing.
Serious.
And then I remember Denzel
I was
won
say
1
something
year.
inappropriate, but go ahead.
Go ahead. No, what? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Ain't no filter.
I'll say, if you watch the movie Takers and you seen that dick print, that's what made me.
Okay, well, hey, listen.
Hey.
Perfecto. That's what we need.
That sealed the deal, and that's probably why my wife likes him. I'm gonna ask her later on.
She loves him. What's the name of the movie?
Exactly. Matter of fact, we did see Taker, but I didn't see the movie so many times. I don't know what the hell was going on. I probably wasn't even watching it.
I seen it once and couldn't stand it. I was like, what's the point of this movie?
That's probably why. Thank you. That's a conversation for tonight.
To me, the movie just didn't make any sense. Like it was
a lot of women do.
Forget the men. I was just like, the movie didn't make any sense to me. Like from a standpoint of production, I was like, huh? Like that's
T.I. did it, man. Come on.
Oh, he produced the movie?
I think that's T.I.
I didn't
movie.
know that.
Yeah, I think that's T.I. movie. Is that the movie with Paul Walker?
I need to stay out of movies.
Paul Walker, right?
Yeah, it was Paul Walker.
Yeah,
it was
T.I.
Chris Brown.
That's T.I. movie.
Oh, yeah, no. It's okay. I won't watch it again.
That's T.I. movie. Yeah.
I won't watch it again. I did, though. T.I. sounds the same in every movie.
No, he does.
He doesn't know how to, switch up his tone. Like,
nah,
it sound like
partner. Yeah, partner.
Even the Dolomite sounded like T.I. I'm like, damn, bro.
No, you got a point.
Dolomite, you got to do something. Like,
he
didn't deliver.
Nah, he never does. I mean, he can't rap anymore.
Why do they put him in?
Because 9 out of 10 they put him in. He has something to do with that budget. I know for definitely for Taker.
If we gonna talk about, okay, I'm sorry. Common
let's get it.
Trash.
Who?
Garbage. Common as an actor. Common, the rapper, the artist.
Yeah. He was like a deer in the headlights. Deer in the headlights.
Okay, wait a minute.
Wait a second. Yeah, because when you look at the sun, it's like
that's right. Don't do that.
It's horrible.
That's right.
That's right.
Who said 50 Cent?
Look into your
eyes. Who said 50 Cent?
Look at the bird. It likes to fly.
50 Cent.
That'd be common all the time. No, 50 can act.
Now he can.
I think they could have called 50 Cent.
No, before he was kind of stale, but now
Beyonce, to me, out of celebrity,
she's the worst.
She's the worst. Beyonce, Beyonce, they give her not words but colors and shapes.
Nah.
Read these shapes.
I agree.
For real. She's so bad.
I can't believe you done stole my man. Can you cut the accent? Can you cut the accent, please?
Yes.
Her and T.I. can't cut it.
Yeah, they can't cut it, man. They can't get past what the hell they really are.
Yeah, they were born to do what they do. They
agreed. Agreed.
No.
Lord, that's why when they cast her. That's why when they cast her in The Lion King, I was hurt. I was like, oh no.
Oh, just the ticket sales. You know they'll use us. It's Beyonce. It's Beyonce.
I was so disappointed. Yeah, I was so disappointed. I hate her speaking voice. I absolutely hate her speaking voice.
No, it is. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. That's why she don't really speak too much.
Good.
She tweeted. She tweeted out. She don't got time for that.
So I actually got a good segue here. Speaking of Prince,
yes,
let's go into married versus single. Random. You said you wanted to talk about that subject. So
never did. I don't want to talk about that subject. I have no questions. So I have no questions. Really.
Stashia, did you have anything with that? Because I heard you did.
Married versus single?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I watched it. I watched the video.
Yeah. How did you think about the video? What do you think about the video? What did you think? Because it had a married person and a single person.
Right.
And the problem was, you tell me not the problem, but Don't tell me the problem, but tell me what you think about it. Because I seen it.
Jay Random.
So,
yes, I do.
Everybody out there, Jay Random sent a video to us in the group chat. And we shared it with Stashia, where two women were talking about, one was married, one was single, and they were talking about the differences in being married versus single.
We're basically just gonna talk about like my perspective being a married woman and her perspective being single. So we're just
on
gonna
the same topics though.
Yep. Okay. So first topic.
Okay, faking an orgasm. As a married person, do you fake an orgasm?
I mean, no, I can't.
Okay, so
what about you? Faking an orgasm being single?
Of course. So
when I was single, yes.
It's hit or miss.
Of course. So you just want to hurry up and get the fucking shit over with. Like,
So with that, go ahead and take over.
I mean, I think that, okay, I don't know that I would necessarily, of course, I'm single. I don't have any kids. I'm like the most single person you would probably ever find in life, right? So when it comes to like marriage, it's like, I don't know that my thought process would deviate that much. So it's like, to me, my morals and my standards, and Shakoya knows this about me. We've been friends for a long time. I'm pretty morally grounded. There's certain things I'm free, but I'm very morally grounded. So to me, I heard each person's version of what they thought as, being a single person and a married person. But I feel like, and maybe this is why they do the YouTube videos, their opinions were very extreme. So even as a single person, I don't know that as a married person, my thought process would change that much, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to be a cheater when I'm single and then I get married and, I'm just, yes, I'm all about my man. It's like, but I understand what they were trying to do.
So I actually have a good question for you with that. So I mentioned, the weird segue. I'm gonna put a sound effect on that one, but the weird thing I used to segue in here, if you're married or in a very committed relationship, do you still have like feelings towards celebrities, or do you lust after certain people the way you would if you're single?
I don't think it matters. Like, you ain't never gonna see that person. You lame like me. You sitting on the couch watching them like me.
I like what you said. I like what you said.
Whoever takes that stuff personal in a committed relationship, like you said, where's the access to this person? It don't matter.
Exactly.
But what if you had the access? Well,
that's a whole nother conversation.
Say all that.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. No, for real. If I'm married and like, I don't know.
Chris Brown come by.
No, Chris Brown, that's my family.
Okay. So if you're married and Idris come your way, Idris broke up with his wife, and then he come your way like, yo, let's get
I'll just ask for a hall pass.
Wow.
Well, Jay Stokes, you got to understand, Jay Stokes, you done gave Koi the best scenario. So let's go back to the real world.
Okay.
I feel like that would never happen. So it's okay to like someone.
It's fantasizing.
Yeah, it's fantasizing. It's okay. You're not being disrespectful. You're just liking someone. Like for me, I only watch a show if I find the female attractive on the show.
You sure you're not sexist?
No.
For some reason,
if I say the man, wouldn't that be kind of odd? I'm talking about the female.
Once he said female, I knew Stage was gonna say, so I saw your face. I knew it.
But it's okay though, because but that's only because I prefer women. So that's why I'm only looking for somebody that keeps my attention. So so there's some actors I can't think of any off the top. Oh, has anybody ever saw I think it was Buyer's Remorse? Was it Buyer's Remorse? Something Remorse. Survivor Remorse.
I never watched it, but I know the concept of the show.
So Survivor Remorse had this black lady. I forgot her name, but she's a beautiful black woman. And let me tell you, she's gorgeous. So I find her attractive. Like,
so
I forgot her name.
And watch the show.
Yeah. So majority, anytime she's in a movie, I'm watching the movie.
I ain't doing that.
I can't wait till
men are so shallow.
Yeah.
Can't wait till a certain person hear this.
Doing that.
Yeah, what you're not doing? What?
I'm not just gonna watch something because they up there. I don't care.
What if you seeing Prince back and forth? Then you gonna watch it?
Oh, please, like Yellow Bleezy, he is like the biggest hop.
I didn't even.
Okay. So how is it that y'all can say that, but I can't say that?
But anyway,
Yellow Bleezy.
No. To answer your question, no, yes. I'm not gonna watch it just for a dick print. But if it swings my way and I see it, it would just make me give it a better review.
But the movie does suck. I won't continue to watch it. It just so happened that she's in good movies. Some movies I don't find that's good. Because she played in a lot of movies. I'm like, oh, she's in this movie because the movie is so hard. But when she came in, it was like it didn't keep me watching it. But but
y'all different from me, man. Y'all
why?
different because I operate on there's a comedian. I think Lavelle Crawford might have said this. I don't know if y'all know that comedian. He always had me in tears.
In Bridgeport.
He be having me in tears. So he said here's the difference between men and women when it comes to like y'all crushes or whatever. So it's like with women, if y'all like someone, y'all like that particular actor, you want him. You want that guy. You ain't gonna deviate. Men, you could like Keisha up the street. You could like Beyonce, you could like anybody. It's who is there. It's just who is there. It's like, okay, whatever. Right. And then as soon as they leave, you over it. Next, you on to the next person.
Well, I might be
women,
more
y'all
like
focus on the
regard.
one.
Nah, I like flavors, that's for sure. I'm doing a one thing. That's out.
I will, like, if I think you're attractive, I will acknowledge. Like, I think Odell Beckham Jr. is annoying in some ways, but I think physically, aesthetically, gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not watching football because of him. Nope.
Yeah.
You know what? It'd be a waste to watch football anyway because of him. Because
with the helmet.
He got the helmet on. You know, right about now he's not playing football. He got a torn ACL. So you would have left the Browns a long time ago.
I did watch basketball because of Iverson. Iverson is
touche, bitch. Touche.
Okay, so I guess it all depends on the person.
That's true, but I was in high school.
I think everybody watched. I think all the girls watch basketball because of Allen Iverson.
I watch basketball because of Iverson. Iverson is nice. Okay. Iverson was nice.
He was nice looking.
That dude crossed everybody up, man. Shoot.
So I guess we do it. Everybody has their own way of going about it.
I agree.
Well,
I agree. When you put it in that context, I understand with basketball.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on that person at that time.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I never had a celebrity crush or anything. It's like, oh, that person attractive. Next. Like, I'll be more focused. Like, if it's a nice looking person in a show or something, I'll be more focused on, is their acting good? Is the movie good? Like, that's me.
Yeah. You're too smart for your own good.
No, he is.
I think too much. That's the problem.
He's always in his way.
Yeah, I'll be thinking too much. That's the problem. Man. Yeah.
Just go on autopilot for 10 minutes. So that's all we ask.
Nah, it's difficult, man. It's really difficult because, like, things, because I told, like, Corey knows, like, I'm a sapiosexual. So it's like everything is in the mind with me. So it's like, if you ain't intelligent,
I do like
I'm not feeling it.
Though. If you say a lot of big words and some of them I don't know, what? You might not even be that cute, but you start looking cuter. If you call and you smart, oh baby, you on to something. I definitely like a smart man.
And you dark skin, and you crispy.
Okay,
get it for the Crispies. That's right.
Yes.
Get it for the Crispies.
They get a snap. They get a snap.
Okay, now we do understand crispy is different from ashy black, right?
What?
Oh my God.
Don't start this week. Hold on.
Wait, what?
Nope. Please don't get him started. He got levels of black. He got levels of black. And he'll just keep going. That's why he's Jay Randall.
Ashy black. Purple black,
invisible
black.
There are different tones, just like there's different tones of light skin. Like you can have a yellow undertone, a red undertone, a brown undertone.
Okay.
Oh man.
Don't get him started. Me and Jay Stokes ain't going there with him. We just go like random and we move on.
Nah, so listen. So on that note, I guess we are winding it down. So Stashia, once again, thank you so much for joining our show tonight. And do you have anything you want to end off with, like as far as getting new clients? You know, you can actually tell them, listen, please do not DM me unless you need help. So
give out some mental health tips.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will say, you know, and this just to be completely transparent, even as a mental health professional, I'm struggling with COVID and just being stuck in the house.
Yes.
So I would say, first and foremost, self-awareness is key. You know, like be in tune with your moods, be in tune with what you're going through. I strongly suggest too, Taraji P. Henson has a Facebook Live or Facebook show where she focuses on mental health. And I think that's really good for people to watch, to normalize mental health too.
I agree.
And it normalizes seeking help and getting therapy and getting counseling. I love the fact that we are a generation where we're more open to it now. So it's not as taboo. So my suggestions are, you know, be in tune with yourself, know when your moods are off, talk to your friends, like Zoom, FaceTime, do whatever you need to do. Do the things that you can do. for example, if you can walk around, if you can go to the grocery store, if you can go visit a friend or family or something like that, it's important, because even if you are an introvert, human interaction is key. That everyone needs human interaction. We're not made to live by ourselves or live alone. And I also think it's important, like, don't be ashamed to seek help. I'm a therapist and I have a therapist. I actually saw her today. Okay. So don't ever feel as though you have to do it alone, even if you don't feel comfortable talking to someone that you know, because as we know, friends and family can be biased. Yeah. There's always someone out there who you can match with. And sometimes it takes different therapists to find your niche. It's like any other relationship. So if you find one that you don't necessarily gel with, it's okay to look for another. So me. Those are the rid of them. Huh?
There you go.
That's me. I be getting rid of them.
Me too.
I mean, and you got to do what works for you. Yeah. If you don't have like insurance too, just know there are like programs and that people do see a certain amount of clients for a certain amount of sessions for free, and with all this stuff going on, some people don't even have co-pays because of insurance. So there's ways to get what you need. I'm based in North Carolina, and I work for Stylist Counseling and Consulting. So if you're in North Carolina, you can look me up, but I unfortunately can't take anyone outside of it because of my licensing boundaries or jurisdictions. But I think you got, like, when I tell you I had a ball, if y'all ever want me to come back,
no, you know what? I think we definitely had a ball too. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. So did you ever think about actually doing this online? Like
doing what online?
Doing actually giving sessions online. Because, okay, look at it like this. So I find out that a lot of people actually on YouTube, they make a killing too. They actually give sessions, and I just wonder, like, you know, like, is that something that you probably can get out of the realm of North Carolina by doing it online, like doing online sessions?
You know what? I never thought about that.
There you
go.
I
would have to look into that, because I couldn't do it under like, it would have to be more like an advice, like more of a conversation. But because I can give advice to anybody, like my friends, you know, but that's a really good idea. I could do that.
Listen. Life coaches, they make a lot of money, and you can definitely save a lot of lives, especially in this time. Because if you think about it, to piggyback off of what you said earlier, people need to actually break the monotony of staying in the house if they can. Going grocery shopping, going for walks. I know Coy and I,
shopping sucks.
Yes. No, it does. I know Coy and I, we talked way before, you know, Coy and I, we're real close. But sometimes, you know, Coy and I, we call each other out of the blue, like, hey, what's going on? And before you know it, we 5 hours in the conversation.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely key for everyone to, don't be ashamed, I feel, because a lot of people nowadays, they seem like they're ashamed to feel like, oh my God, why I need to talk to someone? It's okay. You need to talk to someone anytime, you know.
Then they go on Facebook and wild out.
Yeah, exactly. And also the key, and also people. No, exactly. And also the key is, if you don't find the right therapist, it's okay to find another one. Because I ran into that. You know, I had a therapist. He reminded me of a friend. Problem is, I didn't pay to see a friend. So, and how I noticed that. Yeah, exactly. And how I noticed that he wasn't the right ones is because we will always go over the session and talk about random stuff. And before you know, I'm not we're not friends. You know, after a while, I'm like, we're not friends. It just wasn't like I would leave not feeling fulfilled. I felt like I was talking to a new friend every week.
That's a really, really quick. That's a really good point. So as a therapist, I will say this. I deal with a lot of couples. Like that's my judge. It's like my way to be like really nosy and getting people's mess, but get paid for it.
Yes.
So, I noticed that like I get real, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I get I have a waiting list because I'm great at what I do. But I think it to your point, it's a really fine line of building rapport and trying to be their friend. You really do have to draw that line. Like if my clients try to get too off base or try to have a conversation, text me, like very few of them have my number. but you do have to stay the course, and you got to make them feel comfortable enough.
That is true. So you got to know the
it's the balance.
Yeah, it's definitely a balance. Because I know for me, I started to come home and I was like, I didn't feel fulfilled, number one. And I felt like, okay, I'm glad this guy isn't charging me by the hour, because I would be broke. Because seriously, it was plenty of times we'll start talking about random stuff, like stuff that I do on the side, like far as like I build computers, so we started talking about computers. And then one time I realized he was talking about his alarm system, that I had the same alarm system. And I'm like,
oh no.
I was like, okay, really, this right here was the key. I used to be the one to say, okay, I'm leaving. Good night. I had to say good night. I said, wait a minute. That's a problem.
He needed a therapist, child.
Maybe he needed a friend.
I think so.
He should have been like me and found his own therapist. But the good thing about it is you were self-aware enough to know that you weren't getting what you needed. That is key, because some people will think that is therapy, but you were wise enough and self-aware to know that this is not, I'm not fulfilled. Because when you leave your therapist, you should feel like a weight is lifted off.
Not feel like I can't wait to get the hell out of here.
Right.
So
exactly.
Yes. So definitely. So on that note, thank you again, and you're welcome anytime. And guys, I got anything to say?
Yeah, we're gonna have Stashia on the roster. Yeah, definitely.
Please, y'all.
You made the cut.
She did.
You made the cut.
I was like, when y'all sent the little agenda, I said, "Oh, these my type of people. They are organized."
So
definitely. I'm always available if you want me. I don't be doing nothing, y'all.
All right. Then. Well, definitely. We'll keep that in mind.
So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks.
Everybody be safe.
Right. Bye-bye.
Peace.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.